Hello, What Culture, and welcome to your series known as Ups and Downs. And given that it is Wednesday, if you do watch this on the day that it goes up, we're going to go through SmackDown, the WWE television program. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to give the good bits an up. We're going to give the bad bits a down, and I'm going to keep moving, because I'm a clown. That rhymed. My name is Simon Miller, and a quick caveat before we begin. A lot of people, very nicely and very lovingly and genuinely, I always appreciate any communication or any engagement, but you come to me on Twitter or social media, and you say, or in the comments too, and you say, Simon, sometimes you got that name wrong, or you said something stupid, you're an idiot. And I am an idiot, but also, you know what it's like. And watching Raw is 3 hours long. Sometimes your brain gets confused, and sometimes my brain gets confused here. But I'm going to apologize now and promise that I will never ever do it again. I can't keep that promise. Let's up those downs. Now this is going to sound weird, but I really like the fact that WWE started this week's SmackDown with the women. We never do that, and because I know how much stock the company put into that opening segment, all of a sudden it made me feel like the SmackDown Women's title was more important than it's been in ages. That was good. Get it up. There was Carmella, who came down to the ring and demanded some praise, and also told us that she was going to reveal a deep dark secret about Asuka. As it turned out, that was just the fact that Asuka had lost her confidence. Wasn't really that big of a reveal. I didn't sit there and go, can't believe it, but, you know, it's good to know. That, of course, led to Asuka coming out, and she was all like, what are you talking about? But then Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose, they came in there, and they were like, listen to us, Asuka, you idiot. I think you should take us both on. And Carmella then jumped in, and she was like, yeah, you should. You want to know why? Because the pre-WrestleMania Asuka definitely would have taken both on. Paige didn't like this, because she's the GM, she's in charge, so she walked out. She's like, listen, pals, you gotta calm down, I make the matches. But then she didn't make a match. She said to Asuka, which one would you like? Like she was a little girl and she was offering her some sweets. But in a really cool moment, Asuka went, I'll take them both. I like that a lot. Like this whole segment, gets 2 thumbs, the 2 thumbs. The match then began straight away, and between you and me, WWE, you gotta stop doing that. You've done that for like the past month, opening segment, then that leads into the match. Stop doing it. Have a bit of creativity. However, Asuka did indeed beat both of them, and I like that too. Obviously, throughout, Carmella kept trying to distract Asuka, and at one point, I swear she was doing a moonwalk on the commentator's table, but it made me laugh, so all is good. And eventually, you know, you guessed it, Asuka made Deville tap out to that Asuka lock. So of course, getting up. Rose then attacked Asuka from behind, but she managed to fight her off. But unfortunately, she couldn't do that when Carmella jumped in, and she got a few boots. And you know what? I like this feud. I don't understand why Asuka lost at WrestleMania. I really don't. I've said that about 7 billion times, and I'll keep saying it. But whatever. This is good, and I actually want to see what's going to happen at Money in the Bank. And I don't know why I like all this stuff between The Miz and The New Day, because it's really weird. But I like weird. The short version is The New Day asked The Miz to help them choose who out of the 3 should be in the Money in the Bank. And they did that by saying, look, close your eyes, put your hand into this hat and pick out a name. For some reason, The Miz obliged. I don't know why he was going to do that. But then when he wasn't looking, they switched the hats and he put his hand in, right into pancake batter. I laughed. This is so dumb. Our first down of the evening, though, comes in the form of Carl Anderson beating Luke Harper. What? Now, I love the Good Brothers and totally believe that they deserve more, but look how we booked the Bludgeon Brothers. Over the last few months, they've been unstoppable, and then on a random singles match on SmackDown, Luke Harper just loses. And yeah, I know, I get it, he lost because of roll-up out of nowhere, but he didn't need to lose. I understand the point as well. Now we're supposed to think, oh, maybe, just maybe Gallows and Anderson could win the titles at Money in the Bank. But they're not, so just keep the Bludgeon Brothers as powerful and dominant as possible. But the match was fine, it was, but the context, no. I'm also going to give a down to Lana and Aiden English taking on and losing to Naomi and Jimmy Uso, because what was the point? Down. Now the match obviously came together because of everything that happened last week, but it was just so meh. And it ended when Aiden English got super kicked in the face and Jimmy Uso pinned him for the 1-2-3, and all it really made me think was, Rusev Day don't really feel like they have much momentum anymore because their momentum was taken and thrown into the toilet. Then a man came in and flushed said toilet, and there it goes down the pipes into the sewer. It really did feel like we did this just to fill TV time. When you do stuff just to fill TV time, doesn't usually work. Fair play to WWE though for taking the idea of a contract signing and actually make it a little bit different. That made it exciting. So yeah, everything between AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura, getting up. For one, they did it backstage, which was smart because all of a sudden it felt different to every other contract signing we've ever seen. And also, this was more about two men hating each other and the believability of that hate between the champion and the challenger, and that's easy to buy into. And for a large part of this, Styles just ran down Shinsuke Nakamura, said he shouldn't have done that, you shouldn't have punched me in the balls, you do talk English, stop playing the fool. He did indeed put his name on the dotted line, but when it was time for Nakamura to do the same, he went, I'm real sorry, my pen don't work. So he borrowed AJ Styles', but he only borrowed AJ Styles' pen so he could hurl it in the champ's face. That prompted AJ to slap him, he wrote his name down that piece of paper and stormed off, and then Nakamura did the same. This was very intense, and I liked every second of it. Becky Lynch then defeated Charlotte Flair with the disarmer. You know what? Liked it. Getting up. And once again, the reason for this fight was ridiculous because everything happened last week when Charlotte was just gazing into the distance. But what can I say? It was an entertaining back and forth and they had some really cute spots. And like at one point, I think they exchanged some tea. And I shouldn't enjoy that in my wrestling matches, but I did. And everything else I thought was very well fought. There was some begrudging respect afterwards from Charlotte and maybe just a slight tease that she could turn heel in the future, but I think I'm reading into that. And this was also the antithesis of what we were talking about earlier. I totally believe this was just there to fill TV time, but they filled that TV time well. It felt like it was worth my TV time. And I'm trying, I promise, I'm really trying, but everything with Big Cass and Daniel Bryan, what can I say? I don't like it. Getting it down. My real issue here is that Cass's big thing is that he doesn't like the fact that Daniel Bryan is short. Okay, right, you know what? I don't care. Tonight he was being interviewed by Renee Young and he kept going on about that and said that Daniel Bryan fluked his way to a win at WrestleMania 30 and also fluked his way to a win when he beat Big Cass a few weeks ago. It showed the beating that Cass put on Bryan last week and he vowed to win at Money in the Bank. And two things are going to happen. Either Big Cass is going to win at Money in the Bank, and I'm going to die, or hopefully, let's hope for this one, The Miz interferes and then we can veer off in that direction, because that's a feud I actually want to see. But I don't know, you tell me, I just don't think it's massively entertaining, and I don't even care that Big Cass is feuding with Daniel Bryan. If they want to, that's fine, you do whatever you want, but it's just so lame. I don't like you because I'm taller than you. I will give it up to everything that happened backstage between Sin Cara and Zelina Vega, although I do need to see what happens on next week's episode of SmackDown before I'm 100% sure, because they did have a little altercation backstage before Andrade jumped Sin Cara, and like I said, we're going to have a match next week. But if this is his first proper feud, that is a no-no. However, if he beats him in like a quick singles match, that only helps his momentum, and I'm alright with it. Then the New Day defeated The Miz, Samoa Joe, and Rusev, and it's an up, but it was close. Now, it was a fun match as the heels mostly beat up on Xavier Woods until he got the hot tag. There's a hot tag to Kofi Kingston. He ran wild and he did all his cool moves, and for about 3 minutes, everyone was doing nuts maneuvers to everybody else. If you were the fan or the viewer, like we are, you could be like, woo, wrestling. However, it all fell apart when The Miz went to throw a bunch of pancakes in the New Day's face. He missed, and he hit Rusev and he hit Samoa Joe. They were mad. Rusev super kicked him. Samoa Joe hit a senton. They left. That Les Miz exposed. Biggie hit the big ending. 1, 2, 3. The New Day wins. Again, it was good, but what did it tie into? And why was Samoa Joe a supporting character when he should be the damn leading actor? In fact, a lot of SmackDown this week did actually feel like it was just there and like we weren't trying to progress anything at all. That's okay. It was a decent 2-hour show. It rocketed by, but by the end of it, I was a bit like, could have ignored that, and everything would have been the same. Now, don't forget to leave a comment below and let us know what you thought about last night's SmackDown. Like, share, and subscribe. Head over to WhatCulture.com. There's articles on there about SmackDown and all the wrestling stuff. And you can follow What Culture on Twitter and What Culture WWE. My name is Simon from What Culture. Thanks for watching Ups and Downs. And one more time, like I said at the start of the video, if I made any mistakes, I don't think I did this time. I think I smashed it out of the park. But you know, brains go crazy sometimes. It's early in the morning, I'm watching Raw, I'm making notes. Sometimes I write the wrong thing down and then I don't notice. But I apologize. Please don't kill me. Please don't take my head off with a guillotine. That would really hurt. I like my arms, I like my legs. Just leave me be. Leave me be. Love ya.
Hey guys, thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe below, and if you're looking for more content like this, then try a few things that are floating about around my ears. It might be fun. I can't promise it though, but it might be.